Hey, in this video, I'm going to walk you through a real example of a cold DM that led to a sale in one day. I'm going to talk about the value first method, what I was thinking when I'm sending DMs, and just hopefully you get value from it. So I use DM Dad to DM here, and I found him on a post, and I used the commenter DMer just to DM everybody who commented on the post. And yeah, essentially, this was the outreach message. I keep it very short and simple and make it easy to respond to. So I have the first name personalization here. I've created a software to help you get more clients with cold outreach on social media. Right now, just X and Reddit, and you can get started for free. So I'm telling him this is the value I bring. There's a risk reversal, so there's no risk. You can get started for free. And then I'm just asking, can I send you more information? It's super easy to respond to. So says, hey, I will definitely be interested, but I will be curious how it would work. So this is great. When people respond with more than sure or yes, and they say more stuff, this is great. You want people to be sending a lot when you're sending them a message. Like if they just say sure, it can be fine, but this is a really good sign here. So I said, thanks, happy you're interested. So I said this here because he said, I will definitely be interested. If he said something else like, I'm currently doing this, I would say, oh, awesome. That's great that you're currently doing this. So it's a tool to automate DMs on X and Reddit. The point is, I'm personalizing this to basically echo what he said, just to resonate with his frequency a bit more and keep the conversation more going, more natural. And I know this is like an autistic explanation of it, but this is something that I would have needed doing it because it just helps. And then also, so it's a tool to automate DMs on X and Reddit for free. You can send DMs at this website right here. And then I also just said, since he said this, I also just said, here's a video demo. So making it very easy for him to click and just watch something. Excuse me. I was just eating some trail mix and some trail mix was stuck in my throat. So I said, here is a video demo. And so YouTube is a great place to send a link to. Ideally, you want to be sending a link to something that people know and they're familiar with. A lot of people are weird of clicking links, and you should be too, honestly, that you're not familiar with, especially in the DMs. So I sent him this video demo right here. And yeah, that video demo, you can watch this on my channel. You can copy that. It's just a demo, basically. And then I'm ending it with a question. So this is very important because I want to guide the conversation, get more information, qualify him, and make it easy to respond to. And if he wants to talk more about this, he will. But if he is just kind of not sure, I just want to give him an easy way to continue the conversation and respond. So he said, amazing, I will go through it. Yes, I do a lot. So I'm saying, awesome, let me know what you think. And then I'm responding to him saying, yes, I do a lot. I found people who have experienced DMing, get a lot of value and save time when it's set up. And then, so this is like a personalized message. If he said, no, I don't, I would say something like, totally get it. It's fine. You don't need any experience to begin. So, and then I would keep this the same still and keep this the same. So next up, I said, can right click the keyword DMer to get leads in one click. This is a value statement, I'm calling it. I like to throw these in here so I can demonstrate the value and like be like, okay, this is why you're talking to me. Like I have this valuable thing. Like I have value to share. I'm not just gonna waste your time. And then I ask a question, you're able to understand everything and set it up, or do you have any questions? So a very, very easy way to keep it going. So just make sure he understands and see if he has any questions. So I follow the framework of like, I always, if you notice the pattern yet, I started off with something like personal. I'm acknowledging, like I'm showing him that I'm hearing him, like I'm listening, I'm actually paying attention. Like I'm not just copying and pasting whatever, like I am personalizing it to him based on what he says. And then I always have a value statement. I like throwing those in just to show them of the benefits, the value that they get when they're just, because they're talking to me, that I can give them a system to right click on a keyword DMer to get leads in one click. And I always just ask with a question that moves the conversation forward to get them results. get them where I want them to go, which is in this case, like just making sure they're signed up, using the tool, and sending the DMs. If you want to get them on a call, we're actually going to go through that very shortly. So perfect. I will do it today and let you know. So I'll text you right away if there be any questions. So I said, great, sounds good. I usually respond to DMs pretty quick. And then he just said, I just saw the video, Justin. It looks good. I'll be using it on Reddit and see how things come out to be. Right now, I will use the free version, but as soon as we get funded, I am going with unlimited messages. Customer outreach is going to be an ongoing process for us. So some things to unpack here. I just said this, and if he didn't respond, I would have said something like following up. Were you able to understand the video okay? Is this something you're interested in or not at this time? I would say that, just give him a this or that kind of thing, just so I can kind of gauge his interest. But because I have a proven offer, I know it works. He just says, I saw the whole video, Justin, looks good. I will be using it in Reddit and see how things come out to be. Right now, I will use the free version, but as soon as we get funded, I'm going with unlimited messages, as customer outreach will be an ongoing process for us. So I say, that's awesome. Reddit is overpowered with response rates. So I'm just kind of acknowledging him, and also kind of just a value statement as well. And then some more value here is, yeah, no worries. My goal with the free plan is to help you get value before buying anything. My goal is to provide genuine value before trying to sell anything. Now, this is a great approach to do when you're doing DMs that are cold traffic. Just giving people as much as you physically can give them without expecting anything in return. And you'll get sales that way if your offers are clear. You have a sales page up, and you just keep being consistent and test it. He asked a question. He's just curious about me. So another thing is, I have a good profile set up. I'll show you it. I have followers. I have, a good bio, and I have good content that is like relevant to what I am like saying. And if you don't have followers, you don't have posts, you can easily buy followers if you want to like speed up your progress just for outreach. And you can set up your profile to look good. If your profile isn't looking good, and if my profile didn't look good and I was sending this same message, it would not work. So let me just show you my message request folder. So like, let's say my profile looks like this. I don't know no one's going to respond to this. This looks like a bot. Look at these numbers. There's no profile pic. There's no posts. Do not do this. Have a good profile. It makes everything a lot easier, but that's half the battle. You still need to know how to talk to people, how to give them value, and how to keep the conversation going and guide it. So he asked this question, and he said, he said this as I was typing this, but I was just saying some more value statement here. I'm literally just telling him everything he needs to do to be successful, to get results without me even asking any money from him. Like, he literally can do this all for free, and same with everyone watching. This is something you can do for free. So excited for you all to make a Reddit DM guide soon, but here's some tips. Friendly but cool profile pic, clear bio, some post history, relevant profile to your first DM, 3-line max first DM, follow format. Hey, name, mind if I said more info? And I said, check out this is my Reddit account. So let's check that out for inspiration. And then and I asked him a question. I was like, yeah, how about you? Are you solo on the team? Just keep the conversation going. And I know he's just going to say some more stuff relevant to this. That's impressive. Non-technical, but my team has 2 engineers. Total, we have a team of 7. As Prexy is getting into a competitive already industry, we needed a strong team. 8 biggest players have been in the market for over a decade with 1.2 billion in collective funding. Yet there's a lot of fragmentation. That is what we are solving. So he says this, thank you. I will prepare my profile first. So that's great. And I do find this genuinely interesting. And it also helps. I genuinely like everyone I DM and serve, so that kind of helps the conversation, makes it easy. So if you aren't talking to people you like talking to, maybe you should change your offer. So he says this, while impressive funding will be easier, it must be nice to be able to focus on the non-technical stuff full time. So I'm just acknowledging him. I'm resonating. I'm just making him feel heard, and just echoing kind of what he says. Be like, wow, that's good, cool, man. Like, make him feel good, make him feel smart. And thank you. I prepare my profile first. So great. A strong profile is the first foundation of getting a high response rate. So this is a value statement here. Just saying like, yep, this is good. And then I said, feel free to send it over with your message template. Would love to help. Been doing Reddit outreach for like 4 months now, so it can help you succeed faster than it took me. So like more value statement. Then just a question. You're starting in CA. So also some subreddits related to CA business, probably a good fit to target. So this is going to keep the conversation going. And I looked at his website and it said something about starting in California. So yeah, this is related to that. And you see the conversation is just going very naturally. I know I'm autistically explaining everything, but this is like what I needed when I was first doing DMs. And I hope it helps. So he says, to be honest, without warm introduction, it's harder never to get a meeting. Either way, we will launch, bootstrapped, or fund it. He says, yes, we have 40 schools and a federation partnership there. Thank you so much. That would be so helpful. Hopefully I'll be able to return the favor soon. So this kind of imitates, like I'm giving him so much value and just so much stuff that he's kind of like starting to feel guilty that I'm just giving him so much. I'm not even asking for anything. I'm just give. And all this stuff, it's a really good sign because he's like responding a lot of stuff. So it shows that he's in real pain, shows that he is like genuinely a good fit for what we're doing here. So say interesting, that's the spirit, you're welcome, all good, just trying to help. And yep, he said he would share the message. So in the profile, he sends out the profile. So just said that. He said made my profile a bit better now. I will make the first message. So the reason why he actually responded here and followed up giving me the profile is because I proved my value here. I proved I know what I'm talking about for my offer. I gave him all this details. I told him I'd been doing it for 4 months. Like he has everything he needs to just know that. And I told him I'm not going to try to sell him anything. Like, so there's literally no risk. The path of least resistance for him to get what he wants, which is more clients and more users for him, is to talk to me. So that's what you want to optimize for. So he's saying, made my profile a bit better now. I will make the message. So I looked at his profile. It looked really good, followed my advice. You definitely don't look like a bot, look like a real person, which is the goal for outreach. You don't want to look like a bot. You want to look like a real person. So he said, thank you. Would be a good impression then. Yep. And then he sent me the message here. So this is really, it's really good for me to just get this because this is a lot of information. But yeah, this message is way too long, so I'll just keep going here. This is the message I plan on sending. Thanks for giving something real good to work with. I'm acknowledging him. I want to like give him something good before saying the problem is a lot to read and people need to click show more to read anything. It's also confusing to respond to. So then what I did is I used my skills to create a better message template that I know will perform well on Reddit to get high response rates because I've created messages that get 30% response rates on Reddit. So I created him this message, literally copy and paste, super simple, makes it so easy for him to get value. And yeah, I've built a platform software called Prexy for licensed beauty and service professionals to grow their business and differentiate from unlicensed ones. We're inviting fewer users and you get 5 years free. Mind if I send more info? So the anatomy of this outreach message is same thing as the one I sent him. Is I'm saying, hey name, I have this valuable thing. Do you mind if I send more info? Risk reversal. So like I'm not gonna sell you anything, you get 5 years free. And then I just forgot to add spaces. Like you should add spaces so it's just easy to read, just like this. And then I'm just saying some more stuff like, and for a follow-up, when they say sure, you want to say awesome. So Prexy is a tool only for licensed beauty and service pros that helps get more payments and makes it easy to show you're verified. I'm curious, are you verified? So this is a qualifying question. This is like the personalization line, and then this is the value statement here. And then, yeah, and then he just says, okay, he's just asking more questions here. I think he just kind of, he said this as I was typing more stuff. I would have ended this with a question like, does everything here make sense? Or do you have any questions? Like if he didn't respond, I would have said that. But he did. This was like an active conversation, engage leads. And the best thing about what you want to do with cold DMs is when you're like talking to people, you want to ideally go back and forth as quick as possible. Like when they're typing to you, you want to type back. You don't want to go on a 5-minute holiday and just come back and be like, hey, what's up? And then goes, here's a CTA book. Okay, and here's a CTA to book also. I basically just gave him an entire sales script to use for him to book calls. So sounds good. If you like, we can hop on a 10-minute chat. I can show you how Prexy helps beauty and service professionals save time and get organized and stand out from unlicensed ones. Want me to send you a calendar link to book a time and schedule. So right here, yeah, he's just asking a question. I'm asking him here. So put that in the message. I said, yep, spin tax. And then I send the follow-up message, make them slightly different. Now this is something that I did tell you earlier in this video here in this guide, that effective way to keep the conversation going is if they say send more info, like don't say awesome, say awesome, happy to send more info. Just like he said, yep, I'm interested. I say, yes, happy that you are interested. So you want to resonate with them. And if they ask a question or something like, how does this work? You'd be happy to show you how it works, or you answer the question and blah, 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 blah. So thank you so much for your advice. I will do that and trust your experience. I said, nah, boat stripping it. But, and then, yeah, I'm just asking, does all this make sense? If it's on the right post, subreddits, you'll get some bites. And then he says, it does make sense. Once they respond for follow-up, I will make it more personalized. So, yep, he's kind of, he's kind of like putting me up on a level above him. I don't really like doing this to people, but intentionally, but it is a good framing to have when the people that you're DMing see you as superior in skill, in the regard that you are helping them with. And you do this naturally. Like you can do this through psychological tricks or manipulation or whatever, but I don't do that like some other soulless people in the DMs to try to like say some bullshit. But I just give a bunch of value that people might not be lacking in, and yeah, go from there. So plus, if you have a video demo, you can send in the second message. That will drastically improve the response rate. So this is, yeah, just something I was thinking of. As I sent the messages, I'm like, ideally you want to send a video, a demo, a website, something to just get more info. Like I sent to in the beginning here, I sent him a YouTube video and the DM Dad website. You want to send them something like that. Like a video is honestly the best thing you could send, because it just, you know, pictures tell 1,000 words and videos tell millions of words because it's thousands of pictures. So right here, you guys post on my account. So I did see this was his demo. So then I just kind of modified the message here. So Prexy is a tool built only for licensed beauty and service pros that helps get more payments and makes it easy to show you're verified. Here's a demo link. Curious, are you verified? So anybody who, yeah, this is just a message that's pretty good. Anyone who is verified is going to just bite this up, and if you're targeting the right subreddit, yeah, this is going to work for him. So he goes and says, yes, I will share them in the follow-up message, or they will stumble on it if they see my profile. So this is a common mistake here. People aren't just going to necessarily click on your profile. You don't want to assume they are, and you want, and I do say this up here later in the conversation, up next. He says, like, thank you. Like, seriously, it is making this process super smooth. So with my frameworks, I'm pretty much the only cold outreach guy who genuinely always gets messages like this. People being actually super grateful that I'm DMing them and not annoying them. Like, I rarely get any people pissed off at me because I'm just doing the value first method, just drowning people with value. So right here, he goes, yes, it's just the first line. Instead of awesome, make it personalized depending on what they respond it with. Rest of sales script, just keep the same. You need very simple sales script since you have a very valuable no-risk offer for them, no-brainer for them. So literally, I am doing the same framework again. Like I'm basically personalization and a value statement, like more value statements, and making it more relevant to him. And then he just, I think, asked me a question. The first message I received from you, was that DM Dad? So I was still typing just stuff because I'm just genuinely trying to just give as much value as I possibly can to help this guy. Even if he doesn't use DM Dad, these sales scripts and frameworks will work for him when he's doing outreach for people, but he's going to use DM Dad because it works. So like, why wouldn't you? So right here he says send it in the message because not everyone will click your profile. Make it easy for them to see it and guide the convo for it to be easy to respond to. So that's very important. I said I would address this because you don't want to assume people are going to click your profile. Ideally, you want to send them a video, and then that video is going to be so good, and then they're going to always click your profile, especially on X. On Reddit, not as much as people are going to click your profile as on X, personally. So the first message I received from you was that DM Dad. Yes. And then just kind of echo that. And I use a similar framework I just taught to you. Well, everything makes sense. He says, I see. It looks authentic. DM Dad is overrated, but it's really powerful. Let's see the results on Reddit. And I say, thanks, because it's an automated message, but automated messages can be authentic. Targeting is just good. And so this is like the personalization, responding to him, responding to this specific thing. And then this is just a value statement. Excited. Reddit is a very underrated outreach channel right now. Not many people know about it. I get like 30% response right there, around 15% on X. But tested something on X today and been like 50%. What I was testing, by the way, was just liking 4 posts before DMing someone. And DM Dad has this option where you can like post before you DM, so that really worked. You can also comment like something too, and so he just said, knife. And this was a really good quote from here. He said, "Knife in hands of chef versus in hands of an amateur will give different results," and this is absolutely true because just sending sending DMs, just sending DMs without improving and getting better at it, and when you're a beginner, you're not gonna really get anywhere, which is why I think the simplest thing for you to do is just give as much value as possible. Like, screw the frameworks, like screw everything that the gurus tell you. Just give as much value as you can. Try to follow this framework of like resonating with people, value statement, and then a question, just something that makes it easy for people to continue the conversation and not be confused or have to think too hard on what to say next. And I know it's a contradiction because I just said not to trust it, but I'm literally showing you this conversation. So just hopefully you get inspiration from it, get value from it, and do whatever you want. So yes, and it saves time. And I said, yeah, that's a good quote. Very true. A lot of success with it depends on the DM skills and the energy behind the whole conversation. Anyways, keep me updated with the results and let me know if you have any questions. I will. Thanks so much. I will input the prompt and then start sending it. You have made it really easy and made me stick to it. Thank you. I said, thanks, Alm. Appreciate it. Fun chat. Great startup. So he asked me a question here and then seeing it in action. So cool. So I answered the question. I'm probably going to remove this button, but basically you're probably watching this when it's not even there. So I'm just going to skip that. And I said, thanks. I wish I could see your face when you first started it. And then, okay, got it. Literally, my jaw dropped. And you got yourself a paying customer. So just like that, he does it. And I want to just go back here and explain a bit more. Let's just say, what time was this at? This was pretty late. I know my time is in 6:49, but right now I'm actually in Budapest, Hungary, so it was like around 12 o'clock, 12:49. So I think I just went to bed here, and I was going to follow up with him in the morning, but then I called my parents and was talking to them for a bit, so I was still awake, which is why it was very, very late here. But anyways, he says, literally, my jaw dropped, and you got yourself a paying customer. Even though my resources are limited because we have bootstrapping against the big competitors, so we have to build the best, but DM Dad is a worthy investment. Awesome. Appreciate it, So same thing, I'm resonating here and personalizing it. DM Dad, your competitive advantage, your competitors aren't using the angle we have. Just keep going, keep getting better, and stay consistent. You should get a few calls every day. Hopefully first one within 24 hours, which is very common with people using DM Dad, especially if they DM me and ask me for help with their scripts, which, by the way, if you're watching this far, I can just give you this and tell you, you can DM me on X, Phantasma Dev, or on Reddit, Justin Phantasma, or just join my Telegram or Discord and figure out how to DM me. I know if you have the attention span to watch this video, you can figure out how to get in contact with me. Just send me your message template and I'll review it and make it better and try to make you a sales process that works for you. Just sending the DMs. Just literally, I don't expect anything. I'll just give you that, give you that, so you can get results for it and for free with the free plan on DM Dad for 50 DMs a day if you want to do that. So he goes and says, yes, I look forward to it too, though. Okay, sometimes just rotate and replace. Okay, there was, something here. He's probably going to get the pro version even though I got in it. He was just asking questions, but still I'm just literally following the same framework. So I think he does this when he's at the bottom of the list when there's no one else to DM. But tell me more info, please. Yeah, you can report it on screen or just DM me directly. It's fine too. I said it wouldn't show up once you are pro. If you scroll down and see pro in the menu, should be good. If it doesn't show pro, let me know. I think it should go away then. But this is weird and hasn't happened before. Okay, got it. I will let you know as I run it again. The only reason I can think of is because I got the subscription for my iPad and running it on a desktop. I said, gotcha, interesting. As long as you're logged into the same DM Dad account, you'll be fine. Should say pro. And yeah, that's where the conversation ended for now. Make sure he gets results and keep you updated. But the purpose of this video was just showing you this conversation of how to convert cold traffic essentially with a very simple way. I DM'd, gave as much value as I possibly could, kept the conversation going, kept it engaging, kept it fun. And then for the sale, I just have something available 24/7 that they can get access to. So no matter what you're selling, if you're selling coaching, consulting, SaaS, agency services, email copywriting services, anything, whatever the thing is that you give them for free should be like, you could give them a doc, give them like a link to a website, give them a guide. Just make sure at the bottom of that or just somewhere within that is a link for them to pay you with a clear offer. So that's just what I'm going to end this video on here. The goal is, the point is, if you just give people a bunch of value and then you have something else to sell them that is going to give them more value, they're going to buy it every single time. And that's where I want to end this off. I'm doing this because a lot of cold outreach is just filled with people trying to get you to hop on a call so right away without giving you anything, and that really pisses me off. I just want to change it so more people give value first with the DMs, so more people are happy to open DMs, and it makes social media a better place. And also, the algorithms aren't consistent. They don't really care about you, so your content may be random. It may go viral, but may not get you any clients. And if it does get you clients, maybe it won't go viral. It's very inconsistent, and content does work. Like, I'm not going to say it doesn't work. Everything works. Paid ads work. Literally everything works because there's people there that make it work. I just found with DMs, it's kind of one of those things where no matter what, if you can validate an offer with cold traffic, like, you have a really good offer. And I just want to do that and just have cold outreach be a pillar of my business because it really suits my skills, personality, and I genuinely just like helping people with it as well. So yeah, that's about it. If you like this video, I don't really care. Just hope you got value of it. Have a good day. Bye. Peace.